I'm Cameron Bennett. I'm Dean of the School of Arts and Communication at Pacific Lutheran University. It is my great privilege today to be able to announce this year's recipients of the School of Arts and Communication Dean's Awards for Excellence. The Dean's Awards are offered each year to honor students for exceptional, tangible accomplishments in one or more of the following areas: independent research, student-faculty research or creative project, presentation or publication for a regional or national audience, regional or national academic competition, superior performance in the performing arts, superior artistic creation in the studio arts, and leadership or significant contribution to collaborative success in curricular and/or co-curricular organizations. This year, 21 different faculty members nominated students for consideration of these awards. The challenge every year is always that we have far more meritorious students than we have awards able to be offered, and this year was no exception. It was a very, very difficult process. Nevertheless, I am honored to be able to announce today the recipients of this year's School of Arts and Communication Dean's Awards for Excellence. Rachel Bridges from the Department of Music. Joyce Harden from the Department of Art and Design. Hanna McCauley from the Department of Communication. Christopher Nussbaum, also from the Department of Communication. LILIAN OELLERICH from the Department of Theater and Dance. And Frank SAXTON from the Department of Music. In a slightly different version this year, I've asked a number of my faculty colleagues to come together and say a few personal words about each of this year's recipients.
Hi, I'm Richard Nance, Professor of Music. It gives me great pleasure that Rachel Bridges has received the 2020 SOAC Dean's Award for Excellence. Rachel is the perfect example of how a student from any academic discipline can fully participate in the arts at PLU. During her 4 years, she managed to negotiate the very rigorous demands of her nursing major, while being one of the finest singers in our music department. Rachel was a 4-year member of the Choir of the West, and this year she served as the choir's president, showing great leadership. Rachel sang solos with the choir on numerous occasions, including our concert tours, at Christmas concerts, and on our recent recording, There Will Come Soft Rains. Rachel participated in PLU Opera, and this year she won the Student Soloist competition with the University Symphony Orchestra. I knew when Rachel walked in for her scholarship audition during her senior year that she was a special talent, but I didn't realize what a fantastic person she is, and also what a great leader. Rachel, congratulations on this award. You are richly deserving, and best wishes for your nursing career.
Congratulations to Joyce Harden. I nominated her for this award because she represents all of the best qualities of the Department of Art and Design. Not just about high marks in the classroom, but rather about the interesting and creative process, about the curiosity that it takes for a life of inquiry and service, and her ability to create, design, and execute all sorts of different projects. I am proud that she is an award winner, and I wish her the best of luck.
Congratulations, Hannah. When the dean asked me for nominations for this award, it was really just a no-brainer to me. In the 7 years that I've been teaching, you have been one of the most hardworking, dependable, and professional students that I've had the pleasure of working with. All of your assistance with Media Lab, with the past 2 Media Lab documentaries, with the Drone Symposium, have been invaluable to those projects. I really just enjoy seeing your vision for how to improve things all around you, and just seeing your hard work start to pay off with the success of all of those projects. I know you'll go on to do great things in the future. I'm excited to see what the future holds for you, and I really hope that you'll keep me posted on all your future accomplishments. Once again, congratulations, Hanna.
Congratulations to Chris Nussbaum for a Dean's Excellence Award in 2020. Chris, I nominated you for this award because I thought your capstone project was and is remarkable. I have never seen a senior take on the kind of capstone project that you took on to create these, to use the trust indicators that we know are so important to create an algorithm and a bot that sweeps Twitter basically to tell us whether news is real or fake. In this climate of misinformation and disinformation campaigns, your work is so important. And the fact that you finished this project in a pandemic is just unbelievable. So congratulations and bravo to you. You are doing huge things, and I am so, so impressed.
It is with great pleasure that I recognize Lily OELLERICH as a recipient of the 2020 SOAC Dean's Award for Excellence. Lily is an amazing theater artist and a kind and thoughtful person. As a stage manager, costume shop lead, and theater practitioner, Lily has honed her skills through intense and constant work on PLU productions, through work at local theaters, and by taking independent study courses in her areas of focus. She is the go-to stage manager in our department, a position that carries the most amount of responsibility and trust. Lily recognizes the important leadership and mentoring responsibility she has to the next generation of theater students on their pathway to success. She trains new stage managers and assistant stage managers on best production practices, and she mentors less experienced costume shop personnel. Her leadership in the department, particularly as a costume shop lead, a position that was created specifically for her, and as an officer on Alpha Psi Omega, has given her platforms to encourage students to identify and cultivate their vocation, their passion, and their strengths. Lily OELLERICH lives her vocation, and more importantly, encourages others to live theirs. And that is why it is an extreme honor and pleasure to congratulate her on her Dean's Award for Excellence on behalf of the entire Department of Theater and Dance. Congratulations, Lily.
Hi, I'm Eric Steigner, and I've been teaching Frank Saxton private saxophone lessons for the last 3 years at PLU. I'm really happy to hear that he is receiving a 2020 Dean's Award for Excellence. I remember his audition at PLU several years ago, and he played with this gigantic sound and just nailed his jazz excerpts. And then when we started working on classical pieces, I discovered he also played with that gigantic sound all the time. And he's worked very hard to refine his classical playing. He's developed so much as a player in both genres. He's really taken a leadership role in the saxophone studio, playing in the jazz ensemble, working on clarinet in the wind ensemble last year, moving over to tenor saxophone in the wind ensemble this year, playing in the student saxophone quartet. We worked together in his pedagogy class, and I observed him teach both private lessons and coaching chamber music, and he always had really insightful things to say. I know the other students here enjoy working with him and appreciate his musicianship, as do I. He's really come a long way since he's been here. Last year he gave a junior recital, which was about half an hour of classical works and another 40 minutes of jazz. And this spring he made the best of the current circumstances and threw together in a short time senior recital of unaccompanied saxophone repertoire in addition to his jazz pieces. Once again, I wish him all the best luck, and I know he's going to have a long and fruitful career in music ahead of him.
On behalf of the School of Arts and Communication, I congratulate these incredible recipients of this year's Dean's Awards for Excellence. Thank you to everybody, and congratulations.